All right, Michael Warth,
Yes.
your art is a subject of this month's show at the Pump House Center for the Arts.
That is correct.
For August. So tell us about yourself as you're setting up here.
I'm a local artist of Chillicothe. I've been here, born here, raised here. My art education came from, honestly, Chillicothe High School and my father. Been painting like most artists since I was a young child and kind of developed into something I just really enjoy doing. And as you might see, there's a bit of oil and drawings and things. This whole show represents who I am as an artist, really.
Looks like a lot of Renaissance still lifes, the classics, old classics.
Yes, I'm very attracted to that sort of artwork, and a lot of the training I've picked up on my own through self-study has really kind of led me to this type of work.
Now, yours is a prominent name in local art. How long have you been plying this trade?
I would say for about 30 years. I've been doing it professionally, and for the last 15 years I've been relatively quiet in the local community. I sell a lot to people outside of the area, as far away as Chile and South America, and I just really wanted to bring something home and do something locally that just ties in with the community again. I miss being in the community doing art here.
So, Michael Warth, how many works do you have in this show?
There are 35 original pieces. Some are oils, some are charcoal on paper. I have 2 charcoal on canvas that are sealed and varnished like a painting. Several oil paintings, a lot of illustrations. Some of my work is the study work that I do, like this one here. We were just talking about it. The cast model is almost always something that's in my studio, and I want to work with that on a regular basis. This particular cast has probably been painted 30, 40 times. I know, drawn at least that many. It's been in my studio for over 30 years, and I just wanted to get one out so people could see what they look like. And this is all done site size, so I'll have the cast next to the easel, and I'll just work looking at the easel and the cast itself. So it's kind of fun. It's good for me. It's good practice. I don't normally show this type of stuff because it's not the finished work that represents something like this piece here, but this means as much to me as this does, and I think there's collectors out there who would like to add this type of work to their collection.
How many of these are for sale?
All of them are for sale.
So how many paintings do you think you have out there already over your career?
That's a tough question. I would say over 1,000 originals right now. I do a lot of prints of some of the things I have done in the past. I'd say the last 10 years I haven't done any new prints, mainly because I want to focus more on the originals and the ownership of someone being able to get one of a kind.
All right, so Michael, you pointed me out towards this wall here, and you said this is a little unusual for your work.
Yes, yeah, there's some fan art here. I don't normally do fan art, but for fans of the Mad Max movies, this is Mad Max Fury Road. I always want to call that Furry Road for some reason, but yeah, Fury Road, and that actor is it's Hugh Keys Byrne. He was actually in the first Mad Max movie as Toe Cutter. He was the motorcycle gang leader in that first one with Mel Gibson, and then in this, I believe it's a 2015 movie or 2016 movie that was recreated. He played Immortan Joe in that movie.
I didn't realize that.
I did that on Twitch, actually. This one is more representational of my study work. You'll find that the mortar and pestle exists in a couple other paintings that I've done. I just enjoy doing it. It's something that really helps my abilities to grow as an artist. Another piece that represents fan art for me, this is the point in the Mandalorian series where the Mandalorian meets the client, where he actually goes out and does bounty hunter work to look for what they call the child at the time, which turns out to be what people like to refer to as Baby Yoda.
Yoda species.
Yes. So that was fun to do that. It's a mixed media piece.
Yes, it looks like watercolor.
It's got watercolor, pastel, ink, and charcoal in it. For years when I was in high school, I thought I was going to go on and be an illustrator. That was the idea. That was a career path that I wanted to follow. So these harken back to that process.
And it looks like you're a fan of The Simpsons.
You
Homer.
got me on that one. Homer. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Homer.
I didn't even get that. That's pretty good. This is Homer. For those of you who know a little bit about classical realism and study in the ateliers of the French movements and things, the Charles Bark system from the 1800s was used by students to learn how to draw. So there's actually a plate that goes with this, and you follow the plate and try to draw sight size what you see. And there's so many different things to look at and try to be accurate on it. There's actually a small line that goes around, and this is very difficult for me. So it's one that I want to study and do more of these bark plates. So this represents that.
So a challenge to draw within the lines or color within the lines?
It's about trying to reproduce exactly what you're seeing. So the plate would be on the left or the right, depending on how you want to do it. And then you would back up and look and see where the eyeball placement is. You put the eye in, and you start very simple form. So the beginning of it would be, this is the top of the head, this is the bottom of the chin, this is the edge. It's funny because once you do a few of these, you start realizing just how wrong they can be when you're not correct. It looks great like it is here, but I know if I put the other one next to it, the plate, I'm going to see differences that I don't like. So it's a really good study method for artists.
Okay, well, your big opening here is Friday evening.
Yes.
So how can people learn more as they wait for the doors to open?
I put all of the pieces on my website as what's on view at the Pump House. My website is Warth Studios. That's WARTHSTUDIOS.com. And every piece in the show is, like I say, it's you'll be able to find it on the website there. And I highly encourage folks to come down here and buy it. It supports the Pump House, and it's really good for our community to have this beautiful place to do this.
All right, well, Michael Warth, the guy who's filling the Pump House for August, thank you very much.
Thank you.